Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have another Transformer toys to show you guys. And I've got Optimus Prime over here and I've got Arcee. So they will go very well with these two that I got from last week. And without further ado, let's check them all out. So we got Arcee over here and we got Optimus Prime over here. Now these are very simple transformation. Each of these figures have 6 steps of transformation. Now without further ado, let's just crack one of these open up. So we've got the front of the box over here. Very nice artwork. And this is one of the latest packagings made by Hasbro. And this is the eco-friendly boxes, which I very like. And it's got no plastic windows or whatsoever. So this is actually a very nice eco-friendly packing. Plus you can keep the boxes, you know, after you're done with the toys. If you don't want to display the toys, you can actually keep them back in the box. And now let's crack open Optimus Prime. Now the easiest way to do this is that there are tapes here and here. So we're just gonna use a little knife, just snip off the tape at the two ends. Okay. Now what I like about this packing, you know, I've always preferred boxes like this rather than plastic blisters. So okay. Got our instruction manual as well. There it is. It's colored in red. Let's just try to clear this up a little. A little piece of paper that comes included. Don't need that. Okay, there's Optimus Prime, and there are the 6 steps of transformation. Very good. Alright, so there is the figure itself. So it looks like we're gonna have to cut open. Yep. So as usual, let an adult do this, kids. If you're a kid watching this video, please, if you buy one of these toys, please do not open using knife all by yourself. Let a grown-up do this for you. Okay, all right, let's just get these plastic out of the way. And there is Optimus Prime, all out of the packing. Right, at first glance, it is a very nice, very simplified figure. Yeah, there's a lot of hollow at the back here. And one problem with this figure, the legs do not open. Yeah, the legs are completely joined together. So that means he can only stand just like that. So he's not like these two, like Megatron or Bumblebee or even Arcee. As you can see, the legs are completely split apart. But nonetheless, it is it's a budget Transformer toy. So let's just go around. Looks like all the wheels, yeah, all the wheels are rotatable. They do spin. Looks like we got our Autobot logo right over there. Very nice. Looks like we only got one Autobot logo on one side and the other one is not there. Now I'm not really sure which version of Optimus Prime is this from. I know this is inspired by G1, but even though there are certain shapes and colors of his body, his truck mode, you know, his robot mode is not identically similar to G1, even though he is based off the G1 version. So I'm not really sure. Now I know this is not from the latest Earthspark cartoon show because that looks completely very different. So there's his head. Looks like we got us. Looks like we can see his eyes right there. So we can see his eyes. They're painted blue, slightly different blue. His faceplate, silver. His helmet, all of that is that classic Optimus Prime blue. Not much to look at the back here, so he's very basic. Even though we got his truck, these exhaust pipes sticking out right over here, and there's the back. Looks like we got the front fender for the truck. So transformation. Now transformation is going to be very simple, I think, because the head actually goes in just like this. So it closes in. Yep. So the transformation for this is very simple, guys. So there you go. I think we pretty much got this. So yeah. So all this goes right in. Just like that. A second. Yeah, that piece goes right in there. Yep. Just like that. Yep, just like that. Okay, so we got the front of the truck ready. And now, and all this press downwards. Something like that. There we go. So you gotta make sure that this red piece right here goes into the slot. So it goes right under there. So you're just gonna have to apply a little force there. There we go. And there you go. There is Optimus Prime in his truck mode. Still very nice. I mean, even though it is a very simplified transformation, it's only 6 steps here. And very hollowed under here, but that's okay. At least it rolls. And it's still a nice rollable truck toy. Alright. So there's Optimus Prime. And now, let's just put him to over there. Now let's check out Arcee. Alright, so we got Arcee out of her packaging. So here we go. This is a very lovely figure of Arcee. Lovely in her G1 inspired form. And she comes with this little gun accessory. Very, very nice. I mean, this is actually one of the first Transformer figures I owned that has a gun accessory. Unlike, you know, a tiny little pistol like this. That kind of like Star Wars-y type. So here we go. There's Arcee. First female Transformer. Apart from Elita 1. It's very nice. Lovely sculpt. It's got some very nice detail there. It's the Autobot logo on her chest there. So I've got a white torso. Got some dark gray parts over there. And there's a foot. Not really much going on over here. Swing to the back. Very hollow though down here where her feet is. I think this is one of the worst, not the best part right here. This is completely hollowed. At least her leg is all in one piece. It goes all the way around. So there's no hollow parts here. It's just the lower part here, which is not so good. Now she's actually a car. So, yeah, so there's the windscreen. Okay. Now, there are articulation, which is good. Unlike Optimus Prime has got zero articulation whatsoever. He's mostly very fixed. Once you transform him, he's just fixed. So for Arcee, now I'm not sure where the head. Oh yes, it does. So the head is posable. The head does go side to side, which is very good. So you can turn her head. Very nice. And her arms is on a ball joint. Very good. So it does go around 360 degrees. Same as for this side. Okay. Looks like we've got this shoulder pads right here, which is interesting. These dark gray pieces here. Her hands, now her arms, yeah, there is a small ball joint there, but very limited articulation here, unfortunately. For her accessories, you can actually put a gun right into her hand right over here. There we go. Now before we get to the transformation, let's just see if we can do a little pose for her, you know. Let's just angle the camera down just slightly. Okay, here we go. Let's just put Optimus Prime over there. Let's just see if we can pose this just a little. I'm not sure we can, because due to the limitation, because there's not much going on down here, so let's just see if we can stand her up. Okay. Okay. Something like that. Yeah. Now her legs, the joints over here, they're not so tight. They are very, very loose. So you're gonna have to be very careful when you pose this. So this is just one of the few poses that I can do. For poses, well, there's not really much you can do. So, I mean, even though you can turn the head and the shoulders, you know, goes up and down. The arms can go up and down, but pretty much, mostly, I think the best pose is just like this, you know, where you can just put her arms, sorry, see this part here just keep coming off. Yeah, it's very loose down here. Arm. Is this a recommended figure? I don't believe so. I mean, if you want to get a better version of Arcee, I think you have to get the Voyager class versions or the core class versions of Arcee, especially the one when from the Rise of the Beast editions, rather than this one. This one is a budget. It's a budget version, a budget Transformer toy, so you're not gonna get really much out of it. I mean, so this is one of the poses that you can do. I mean, this is the best I could do, so it looks like she's, yeah, I think I can do this. There we go. I think this is one of the best poses I can actually get out of this figure. So, yeah. At least, she looks like she's pointing her gun out. She's pointing at a Decepticon with her pose, striking a pose there. So the only problem is there's very limited posability here, because if I try to push this back even more, her arm would pop out. So yeah. So I mean, this is one. Oops. Yeah. It's very slippery, especially down here. There's not really much going on. Not much grip. At least her gun stays in place. That's okay. Okay. So that's the best I could get out of this figure. So there you go. So there's Arcee. Now, let's get into the transformation mode. Transform Arcee, we have to take her gun out. Now, I've been doing some fiddling with this toy. She is very, very loose, and the transformation process is not very, very, very good. So there's a lot of loose corners here, especially her arms, and her legs are not as tight as I was hoping it to be. So anyways, so the first step is we have to turn her around. Okay. Now, this front of the car here, the back of the car, this part here has to go all the way back and attach there. Okay. And her arms, we have to twist it around actually. We have to twist the arms around. Okay, until this part over here, the elbow piece actually turns in. Okay, and it goes right in there. Same goes for the other side. We have to turn it in, and it goes all the way in. And then this back portion of the car, the back wheels, will fit in just right there. They're very loose. I mean, they don't actually clip in place. Not like Bumblebee or Optimus Prime. I mean, the fitting is very, very tight on those, and it's actually very good. So these two side pieces, which acts as the side door for the car, for Arcee, they stay open like that. So now we have to go to the legs. Now these pieces here, they're gonna have to be pushed right all the way in. So they are very tight. I mean, I've been playing around with this. It's not very, very good. I try my best. So we're just gonna have to push this in ever so slightly, and then we're gonna have to twist the legs around. Yeah, this is the problem here. So we're gonna have to twist the legs around. The legs actually come around like this. Okay, they twist around like this. Okay, you see now the back. We're gonna have to fix this again, so they're all fixed in place. Now for the back, we have to make sure. Now the front of the car, the front of the hood, this has to be connected right into that hinge there. So that's why we got to make sure that all this is pushed all the way in. Oh yeah, it's not very, very good transformation process, but we'll try our best to make sure that this is all connected right. So there we go, just like that. Okay. Now it doesn't clip in or anything, they just slide in ever so slightly, just like that. And now we take the side door and we'll close them in just like that. Okay, same goes for this one over here. This piece, we're just gonna have to slide it in just like that and make sure that this piece goes into that piece. So just like that. It's very loose. I mean, I'm telling you guys, the front part here, the very front part of Arcee, the front of the car is not so tight. Not like the back here. The front part is very loose and it doesn't actually connect very well. So I'm just a little disappointed on this part over here, but nonetheless, we actually got her to transform. So there it is. There's Arcee, and her wheels do rotate, but this wheel here is actually a little tight, and the rest of the wheels are free rolling, so they're actually not too bad. So there's her robot mode right under the car. It's completely hidden away. And her accessory, her gun, actually fits in right there. There's a little slot there, so we can actually push her gun right inside, just like this. That's how you store the accessory. And there it is. There's Arcee and our Optimus Prime for today. How awesome is that? Let me just clear this up just a little. So there we go. So there's Optimus Prime and Arcee. Now, I gotta tell you guys, now these are budget Transformer toys. They're not the best. If you want the best ones, I would suggest getting the core class figures. I mean, I'm also on a hunt for those. And when I do, I'll do a comparison and I'll show you guys the difference. And yeah. I mean, but these are still good. These are novelty toys. I mean, if you're a diehard Transformer fans, if you are like a starter collector, you know, if you're like starting your interest in Transformers, you know, you started collecting these, I mean, you could try your luck with one of these smaller ones, easier transformations. I mean, these are not targeted for adults. These are targeted more for kids, you know, for younger generation of Transformer fans. So yeah, for them to do quick transformations and a little play around with them, no problem. Optimus Prime is okay. He's actually very tight. The fittings are very tight, but the Arcee is another story. So she's a little loose, but not a problem. So she's still a very nice pink car. I mean, I like the white and some dark gray, the blue for the front windscreen, the front windscreen. Still pretty good. Now the Transformer back, very simple. Take the gun out again. Okay. So all this comes loose. Okay, so we're gonna have to pull this out, the knee part here. Yep, so we're gonna have to pull this out just a little. So this is the only part of Arcee that's very tight, so we gotta make sure. Let's just take out the legs and just slowly, yeah, so that's how it is. So we have to pull this out. Okay, same thing for the other side. I'm just gonna have to pull it out, and then we'll connect the legs back. I think that's the right way. Am I doing it the right way? Nope. It's the wrong part. Yeah. Okay. So I put this back. So now Arcee's legs are all in one piece. And now as for her arms, these pieces come out. Her arms, just take it all out like this. Put her arms back. Her arms come out. Rotate her arm around. There we go. Just like that. And then the back of the car, this part here, just slide it all the way down until it fits in just like that. Just on her back, right there. Now there's no clips or whatever for this. Now there's no clips for this to fit in place. It just slides down and fits in just like that. So we gotta have to rest her head on it just a little. And there we go. And now let's put her gun back on her hand like that. And there you go, guys. There is Arcee. Let's just pose her just a little. There we go. Just like that. Now she is a little loose, as I said, so you're gonna have to play around with it. Not the best Transformer figure out there, but it is still a very nice addition to any Transformer collection. So there you go. There's Arcee, all fully transformed. And now let's just do Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime is very easy. Very easy. So we're gonna have to unplug the side panels here for his arms. Okay, there's the legs. As for his arms, we're just gonna have to take this part out just like that. They just swing right out. Now there are no articulation with the arm. They just swing right out just like that. There's his hands. There's Optimus' hand right there. They're all attached to the side panel, so there are no moving pieces. They just swing out like that. And Optimus Prime's head, we just put our finger there and just there, just like that. Slides out. And as for this piece, actually is behind, so we're just gonna have to swing this around, and boom, there we go. There's Optimus Prime, all fully transformed, except that the legs can be split open, which is a shame. But nonetheless, there you have it. There's Optimus Prime. So let's just put his arms down just like that, so at least it doesn't look like he's trying to flap his arm or something like that. Let's just put it down like that. There we go. Not too bad. For a budget toy, it's okay. But I won't mind getting the core class Optimus Prime. That is one of the best ones, best G1 inspired core class figures, and it's got I think there's about 11 steps of transformation in that toy, and it's actually a better version. So let's just pan the camera up just ever so slightly, so we can actually have a better look at our Transformer figures. Just put the box to one side there so you can actually see it better. There you go. There's Arcee. And we got Megatron and Bumblebee. Awesome. So there you go, guys. Hope you liked today's video. And I'll see you guys again next time on more Transformer toy reviews.
Autobots,